In this episode of Akram's Ideas, I'm dressed like a spring bouquet. Hello and welcome. I'm Akram Dress, and you're watching Akram's Ideas, bringing creative and crazy ideas to life. So it has been a while since I posted my last episode of Akram's Ideas. It's been very, very busy this time of year. We've got Dead Week with finals, and then last week I was at a conference, and so I just hadn't had a chance to post a video. But I have really been wanting to share my review of, you guessed it, the Samantha SMYLY Dress. And I thought, what a better opportunity to share with you the review of both the magazine and the dress on the first day of Me Made May. So let's start with Me Made May first. So the idea behind Me Made May, if you haven't heard it before, is for you to wear a garment or something that you've made every day in the month of May. And you can take this challenge to the extreme. You can wear 100% me-made garments. You could just add an accessory or something that you've made. Now, you don't have to make new things as part of the challenge. It just encourages you to utilize the stuff that you have made and show them off. This challenge is being hosted by Zoe Edwards, or SoZo blog on Instagram, and the hashtag, if you are joining in or want to follow along, is MMMay18. So again, it's a soft challenge to encourage everybody to wear their me-made garments. And you're supposed to post a picture every day in May, or as many times as you're able to, as far as wearing your me-made garments. And I actually just got through with a full-on closet redo that I hope to have a video up in a few months about. But I went through all the stuff in my closet, reorganized it, and I actually separated out all my me-made garments in anticipation for Me Made May, so I could just pick from those outfits, and I actually have quite a few. So I'm hoping that it's going to be a quick and easy process to just pull the clothes from my closet and wear them every single day in May. Now, for the first day of Me Made May, I've chosen to wear one of my most recent favorite makes, and that is the Samantha dress from SMYLY magazine. So if you're unfamiliar with SMYLY magazine, it was the brainchild of Hattie Vanderkon and Athena Kaku, who hosted the SMYLY Challenge a few months ago, encouraging you to make something that you feel beautiful in. And it was all about body positivity and being a maker and making things that you love. And SMYLY stands for Sewing Makes You Love Yourself. With such a great response from the challenge, the two of them got together and decided to continue on that theme by starting a magazine called SMYLY. So this is an online PDF style magazine, and it costs about $14 US. I didn't do the currency exchange there, but it's not that expensive. It fars average of typical magazines, and actually there's a lot of great content in the magazine. The featured article and on the cover is Anna from Coco Waha Crafts, which you all know I love Coco Waha Crafts patterns. So there's a great article with Anna. There's a lot of great tips and articles and just all sorts of things in there. And one of the things that I really like about the SMYLY magazine, as you know, many of you know that I have a graphic design background. And so what I find with a lot of indie magazines is that it looks indie. It looks not so much stylish or organized well. But this magazine really looks like a professionally put together magazine. It's got that style, it's got that text wrapping, it's got the right fonts and the alignment of the images, and I know that's totally not what the point of the magazine is. You want the content, but for me, I like to see things sort of organized and looking professional, and this magazine really does look professional. So that's another plus for the magazine besides the wonderful articles that are in there. The next bit, and the most important bit about the magazine, is that it comes with a pattern, and that is the Samantha dress, which is what I'm wearing here. This is actually my second Samantha dress. And over on the mannequin, you may have already seen this on Instagram. This is the first version of the Samantha dress. And now I was lucky enough to ask to pattern test this pattern. So immediately after making my first one, I knew I was in love with this pattern and had to make a second one. Let me talk about a couple of the details about the pattern in general. First off, one of the great things about this pattern is that it ranges in sizes from 4 to 28, and that is a very large sizing for a smaller pattern production. But it is excellent because obviously you have such a range there of pattern sizes. So the dress itself is a wrap top attached to this lovely A-line skirt. And I love this dress. It comes in a couple of variations. So you have just a standard wrap top, you have a long sleeve and a short sleeve, you have the option to do a tie strap on the sleeves. You also have a longer skirt or shorter skirt, and then you also have an option for a collar. The dress is meant to be made out of a knit fabric, so that makes fitting even easier. And they suggest a medium weight fabric, which, as you'll see, I didn't really follow. The first dress, I thought it was kind of medium weight, but I had a lot of issues with it. I feel like I didn't cut it properly on the grain, and so the skirt was massive. I don't know how that happened, but I readjusted the skirt and then it fit just fine. And while I thought this was medium weight, I feel like it hangs a little heavy on me. So I would say that the weight of this fabric is a little too heavy, something slightly lighter than this. On the flip side though, this fabric was actually perfect for early spring. It's been so cold here only until recently that it's been chilly and rainy, and this dress is a great transitional piece because it's got that weight, so it gives it a little bit of warmth, but it's still got the 3/4 sleeves, and it's a very spring turquoisey color that's just bright and cheery. And so I have worn this dress many, many times, and it's just a great dress to throw on and look stylish in. I will say that you do get the opportunity to kind of pull the top wrap and sew it in place as much as you want. I did find that there was still a little gaping, and so I just wear it with a tank top. You could also wear it with some sort of slip if you're okay with the slip showing, but I just found it a little too gapey for me. And again, that's probably just the way I sewed it. I could have brought it in some more on both sides, but I found that I liked the V-neck. I just wanted to have something underneath, and I like the contrast of color. So the same thing here. With this heavier weight one, this would also stand to be worn with a turtleneck in winter, so I could get more wear out of it maybe. But that was the first one that I made. Now, the second one that I made, again, I didn't really follow the fabric suggestions because this fabric for the second one is ultra thin. And actually, you know, I knew that going in that this was a super thin jersey, but I loved the print of this fabric so much. It just screams spring. It's got a yellow backdrop with the pinks and the lavenders and the blue flowers, and it had to be a spring dress, and the print is amazing. Now, despite saying that you shouldn't make it with a lightweight fabric, I had no problems. This is a lightweight jersey, but it sewed up like a dream. I didn't have any rolling issues like I thought I was going to have. So it's a very stable knit despite its lightweightness. I decided on both of these not to go with the collar. On the first one, after sewing it up, the fabric was a little thick. I didn't want to add any more thickness. On this one, obviously, the fabric's so thin, I didn't think the collar would set properly on it. So I just forgot the collar on both of those and did this neckband. On the second one, I actually did a twin needle top stitching. On the first one, I just did a zigzag. I sewed both of these pretty much on my serger, which made it so much easier. The only thing I think, no, I did everything on the serger. I just did the top stitching on my regular sewing machine. Now, I could have done this on my regular sewing machine with a zigzag stitch, no problem. This dress is so easy to put together. There's really only four pattern pieces. So there's the front skirt, the back skirt, and then there's the two front bodice pieces and the back bodice piece, and they go together super quick. The only thing that takes a little bit of time is if you're doing the tie straps, and then the neckband takes a little bit longer. The only other major change that I made for this second version is that if I show you here, on the first version I made with the tie straps pattern pieces are just rectangles, and it doesn't tell you anything more than just to fold them in half and stitch them up. So they come out, they're nice, but I wanted something a little bit more frilly. So on the second version, I sewed them up with a taper so they come to a point. So they're just a little bit more softer looking, and I don't know, I just think it gives it a little bit more of a girly look to it, and I like how those came out. I also like how these set better just on the lighter weight fabric. And like I said, despite this being super lightweight, I think it actually sets a little bit better than the heavier one, just because it's not pulling as much. Other things is that you can actually make a tie strap to go with it to give it more of a traditional wrap look. I could have done that, but I have this really nice thrifted belt that I think looks amazing. It actually looks really good with the first one as well, but I just paired this with both dresses. It looks really nice, saves me from having to make the tie belt, which in both regards I think I'm pretty much out of the floral fabric. I may have some leftover of the aqua, but like I said, this dress was a dream. It was super easy to put together. It fits so perfect. I cut, what size did I cut? I cut a straight 16 if I'm not mistaken, and like I said, it fits really, really good. And one of the things that's really nice about it is that it's being a wrap dress, you basically get to do your fitting adjustment. Once you've got the shoulder seams together and everything, the shoulder and the side seams of the bodice, you kind of just pull the front to fit you however you need it to fit, and then it just goes together really super easy. I am definitely going to make more of these dresses. Like I said, it's a really quick sew. The instructions are really amazing. There's also a sew-along on the SMYLY magazine website, which I will link in the description below. I believe they also have a sew-along on their YouTube channel, so I'll link all the links to the SMYLY magazine, the sew-alongs, everything in the description below. Now, being that this is such a quick and easy make and everything, if you're participating in Me Made May and needing an extra garment or just wanting to sew an extra garment, this would be a great option. I will also say that coming up in June, Sarah Smith of Sew Sarah is actually hosting a Sew Together for Summer Challenge, and the theme for the Sew Together Summer Challenge this year is a wrap dress, and part of the stipulations of the wrap dress is that it can be a semi-wrap dress, meaning having a wrap top but having a full-on skirt. So this dress qualifies so well for that challenge. And like I said, it's so quick and easy to put together. Even twice as easy and quick if you have a serger. So I would say, and I'm not a fast sewer, so I would say once I got to my second one, after cutting it out, it took me about an hour to make this dress. So, and I'm very slow putting together projects. So again, it's an amazing dress. I am definitely going to be making more of these. I've got a lot of other projects in the queue right now, so I don't know when I'll get around to it, but I don't know, this spring version, this is my absolute favorite. I'm going to be living in this dress for quite a while because I just love it so much. I'd love to hear in the comments below if you've made the Samantha dress and what are your thoughts on the Smiley magazine. I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Akram's Ideas, and if you did, be sure to give us a big thumbs up. Don't forget to follow Akram's Ideas on social media and subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching!